Bro, is that a crawfish or a lobster? What was that? It is about the actual size of a crawfish. What's up, baby? Welcome back to another episode of 56'N. Tonight I'm sipping on a little Blanton, so I went a little high level on y'all.
Woodford. Reserve.
Well done.
Staple.
Yeah. Well done, sir. I gotta bring up a couple things, and we'll get into our topics. But
yeah,
I started Monday, so let's I don't know what's today. Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
I'm trying to tighten up the. It's not a diet. I don't want to call it a diet because I'm not necessarily trying to lose weight, but I'm trying to be more consistent in my eating because I travel a lot and work. It's just bullshit. So we started using the Factor meals. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
Yes.
Let me say this. They are delicious. We're not sponsored by them. This is not a sponsorship thing. Yeah. This is just me talking.
Okay.
And I'm getting to a point. They are delicious.
It's very a lot of commercials I see. So what?
Yes.
So as of right now, what's your rating on them? What's your take on
it? Well, so far 10 out of 10.
Oh.
They're very good, bro.
Okay.
And I usually I'm having to overcome. I don't like microwaving stuff. I don't know why. Maybe it's conspiracy theory. I don't know. The only one I haven't enjoyed fully is it's like a sage chicken thing, and I realize I don't like sage.
What is that?
Well, the seasoning is sage. I don't know, but it comes with sweet potato grits, which are delicious. So I'm struggling. I'm like, can I get the sage on the side or no sage?
Or just no sage?
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't hit right. But the point I'm getting to is it's a proportionate meal for a normal human being, and I realize I am a fat ass because I'm like, I need like 2 of these.
No,
which defeats the purpose.
Well, let me ask you: when you're picking them, are they pre-done, or do you get to pick what you're getting like for your order?
Yeah, the meals are pre-done, so you pick the meals you want, and one's like mac and cheese and pulled pork or brisket or something like that. Some sort of.
But that said, you don't get to go through and be like, hey, I want.
No, I don't get to be like, I want chicken instead of mac. Yeah.
Okay.
No. But they have the chicken, southern chicken, sage chicken. They have a lot of different pasta things. They have some shrimp and salmon in the microwave. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'll try it, but it doesn't feel right in my brain. But like tonight, I ate the potato leek chicken with corn. Doesn't sound as appetizing as it was. It was banging, bro. And listen, 2 minutes in the microwave, boom, full meal.
Potato what?
Potato leek, like so mashed potatoes and leeks.
Oh, okay.
You know, yeah. So it's a thing. The chicken is good. Like what I'm saying is everything's good. Everything is very good, but it's like I need like 2 of these, maybe 3. So I realize I'm a fat ass, bro. I was like, I need something like I need like one of them old microwavable kids meals or whatever that had like a brownie in that bitch or something. Like I need like a little something.
I need like 8 of those things. It's so small, bro.
Oh fuck, bro. But dude, no. So far, so good. It's been fire. I mean, listen. I mean, there's the whatever. I don't know how to explain all this, but the base level plan, and then you could add, for an extra $12 or whatever. But they have like filet mignon, and they have. But they're all pretty balanced, and the nutrition's good. So anyway, the whole point was. It's not like a diet, so it's not like I'm eating fucking steamed veggies every night. So that's not what I'm saying.
Just make
consistent and full meals, like well-rounded meals.
So you find it easier to structure your days by doing that? Okay.
Bro, I literally just bring one with me. No matter where I'm at, I can usually find a microwave. 2 minutes, hammer that bitch down, keep it moving. And then at night, just because, either work, podcast, whatever I'm doing, and I like cook. I enjoy cooking, but it's like it becomes a hassle, and a lot of times you start shrinking down to, meat and pasta, meat and rice. It starts becoming real slim, and it's not really well balanced, right?
Yeah.
So and also it's like $7 a meal.
Okay,
it's
pretty damn good, yeah,
bro. For all that, I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna try it out.
Yeah, might as well. Shit. $7 a meal is actually really pretty good.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
$15 a day, which I'm like, reference our last episode. That's not even McDonald's. That's not even that's not even a fucking Big Mac meal or whatever.
That's fucking that's peanuts compared to the prices of everything right now. So,
oh, bro. So there's that, and then I wanted to ask you a question.
okay.
We're not political. That's not the point of my question.
Mm-hmm.
The Maduro arrest. Neither one of us are are practiced in international law, blah blah blah.
Nope.
But just the nature of it. I don't know how I feel about it.
Well,
again, this is not political. It's not for political purposes.
It's not.
If he's a narco terrorist doing some fuckery, and it's like, okay, yeah, blah 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 blah. You're using the United States military, badass. The videos are dope.
Yeah.
To go in, snatch a foreign leader,
and
then they bring him to the U.S. and he goes to court where they read him his rights.
Yeah, you have no rights, bro.
And I'm like, well, bro, what? I'm confused by the process, and I also just don't know how I feel in it in the totality of it all.
Well,
yeah,
that's kind of how I feel too. Yeah, it looks crazy, right? If you just if it's one of those things where you're just saying it out loud, right? Just saying it out loud, you'd be like, one, how can you do that and it not be?
I don't know,
right? So there's that. How can you do that and not be an issue internationally, right? So it makes the it makes the geopolitics of everything look strange, and also make you wonder what's actually going on. Like how is this able to happen and nothing else is going on here? Or what's actually going on that we don't know about is, kind of makes me beg that question. Two, again, Venezuela is not, is a I would say an established country. I mean, they have the most oil reserves in the world, right? You think, again, it's like, how is this able to? Do you guys not have a military, or like how is this able to happen?
They do,
and nothing.
Well, that's why
it's like kind of a movie, but
yeah. Well, that's why, not to get political, they're like, there must have been inside help, because there's no fucking way,
right? So I'm like,
there's no way we did all that, and he was just like in his living room, like, huh?
Yeah, you just caught him slipping in his own plate. What?
Yeah.
It almost, again, not to get overly political, but it looks like this looks similar to things that have happened before in history in my lifetime, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, now I remember what you guys said at the beginning, and then some time went by, and it seems like that wasn't necessarily the full story.
Yeah.
So it's like, fool me once, George Bush, get fooled again, right? I'm like,
fool me once, don't get fooled again.
So I'm like, so I'm doing the very Larry face at this one, like,
yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Let me tie in with, because I had this debate 2 days ago. Not a debate. It was just, it wasn't really a debate, but it was like talking about blowing up the drug boats in coming from Venezuela in international waters.
It makes that look strange too.
Well, presuming a lot. Presuming they are drug ships. Let's just do that.
Okay.
Let's just say, for purposes of this conversation, this is where we get in those murky waters, bro.
Yeah.
Because this is not a political show, but I'm really, honestly, it's interesting in the law enforcement side, because I'm like, how do you anyway, it's international waters, and the two sides are, it's international waters, so we're allowed to use military, and I'm like, okay, maybe. And the other side is, we have law enforcement, let them do their job, interdiction, things like that. Also, maybe. Coming from the administration is, we hear you. This has been happening for 20 years. Let's just, again, the purpose of this conversation is not the ins and outs and the actual specifics. It's more just the concept of it. And no one's doing shit about it. So we're going to do what we want to do until you come up with a better plan. The better plan is let law enforcement handle it. Well, okay, they haven't been for 20 years. So now what? Yeah. There you go. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Slippery slope, man.
I agree.
As are most things that involve the government, very, very slippery slope, right? So it's
I agree.
I don't know.
All right. Last one, and then we'll get to our topics. Again, love or hate Tucker Carlson, whatever. He had on a journalist, and this is where we're going to be, bro, about the Las Vegas shooting.
Okay.
Do you recall that?
I recall it.
60 people died. I didn't know these numbers. Died, and 400 people were either shot or injured, shrapnel, whatever the fuck. The story is single shooter, 25 ARs, 4,000 rounds, 1,000 were fired, one scoped rifle, and a revolver. And then he shot 1,000 rounds through a window and then killed himself after 3 minutes of shooting. Okay? This is however many years ago, 2017. Now we have body cam footage, which I didn't know how weird this was, because there was an order given over the radio, turn your body cams off, given by somebody. We don't know. One guy left his camera on that went into the room. 1,000 shell casings all over the room, dried blood in a giant pool, small pool of fresh blood on his chest, no broken windows. But I'm sorry, broken glass and a hammer to break the glass. None of the windows were broken. Then he was all by himself. Multiple reports and videos of him with 3 possibly Hispanic women. Then you go, okay, why does he have 25 guns and 4,000 rounds of loaded in magazines, ammo, ready to rock? Plus, we didn't know this, 50 pounds of tannerite in his truck or in his car, whatever.
What was the plan here?
Possibly he was actually honeypotted and was there to sell the weapons, that's why you would have tannerite, so you can go blow stuff up in the desert. Maybe. Then, stuff I didn't know, there were multiple 911 calls hours after the shooting of active shooters working their way northbound up the Vegas Strip, plus active shooters on the tarmac of the airport, which was right across from the Mandalay Bay. And somebody there gave the order, turn off all the lights. This is all recordings that are now out there. So now a theory has emerged that this was an assassination attempt for the crown prince of Iran or Iraq or whatever. Which you look at his schedule, wide open. Meaning nothing was on there, so we don't know where he was. No confirmed sightings. There were also helicopters in the sky that were not on radar. Transponders were off. Multiple autopsies show victims of the concert were shot directly through the top of the head and parallel, like from ground level. Plus, there were AK-47 magazines found on the ground in the concert venue. Add to that, a month or two earlier, there was a large-scale training exercise with, maybe it was Saudi Arabia, Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. Training exercise where Boeing rolled out a brand new stealth helicopter and trained with the Saudi military. Also, on that night, there was a massive takeover of money from the Crown Prince's enemies, like $200 billion. In the months following, all his enemies either disappeared or were publicly executed or tortured. And then a year from the day of the incident, that's when Khashoggi, the journalist, was chopped up in Saudi Arabia, who is tied with the Crown Prince's enemies.
There we go.
What's happening? Bro.
So, like
the earth is flat. We never went to the moon. All those things. I was like, what, bro? What is happening?
Yeah, I've read some of these things about it. And even,
well, dude, he does 3-hour fucking thing on it.
And some of the discrepancies, even from very, very shortly after, was like, again, you and I, we've done things in our career. We've been, privy to different intel based off of different jobs we've done. And it's like, okay, I know the story you guys are getting, but not really. If you know how these things work, that doesn't really make a lot of sense on the surface.
No.
They shot how many people from how far away?
Why'd he kill himself? Also, SWAT team never arrived.
Yep.
Also, there's a security guard, unknown whether he was shot at through the door.
Mm-hmm.
The story is either before, during, or after. Not helpful.
Yeah.
MGM, who owns all these fucking properties, has never released a single clip of footage from their surveillance. They also, within hours, made every single employee sign an NDA, a very strong NDA, apparently. Also, fun fact, the enemy of the Crown Prince was his cousin, who he strung up and publicly tortured or released it knowing that he was tortured, that kind of a thing, owned 41% of MGM. Also, these helicopters, you could fold up the rotors and ship them in like a fucking U-Haul box truck. You can load them up in there and drive them away. Like, that's why they're whatever. And during this training exercise, they had these helicopters fitted out with cameras for surveillance and also belt-fed like miniguns or machine guns, whatever. And eyewitnesses report this sounds like a belt-fed machine gun, not an AR, because he had a bump stock, remember? And I'm like, have you ever, people think bump stocks are fully automatic. No. That's not how any of that works.
That's not how that works. It doesn't sound like that. No.
And also, the police never sent any reports other than they recorded 911 calls. There's no report. There's no incident report. There's no documentation of the continued calls of 911 for 2 to 3 hours after of active shooters in the Blanton, working their way northbound. Las Vegas is the most heavily surveilled city in the U.S.
It is
the world.
crazy.
They are looking at your body language. Like and not one clip of fucking camera has been released.
I've seen how their stuff is set up. Based off of a stint I did while I was on admin duty, so I got to see kind of how their stuff is set up. And if it's anything close to what I've seen personally, there's no way none of that got caught on their surveillance. The whole thing got caught on their surveillance. It has to.
I was a cyber agent for the Secret Service, so part of that was dealing with cameras and elevators and all that. Well, let's say protectees go to Las Vegas a lot. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, I know what their surveillance looks like.
Yeah.
Also, how are you going to have an active shooter on the runway, and that's all that's said, and turn off all the lights? And what happened?
Yeah, what do you mean?
There's nothing. There's nothing. Also, I'm just stuck on the fact of the known shooter who they blasted out to everywhere, who fired at that. All the casings were in there. All these guns. That's weird. All these loaded magazines. Okay. Broken glass, a special hammer to do it, but none of the windows are broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's like just sprinkle some crack on them, bro.
Just sprinkle some crack on it. It'd be all right. Yeah.
Also, hours earlier in the day, guests at the hotel reported hearing a single shot being fired. But nothing reported and nothing ever followed up on.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of dry blood in there, so.
Bro, isn't that wild, man? I'm like, oh, dude. But it's so long. And also, the other thing that was interesting, think about this. It is the most casualties or the most deadly shooting in the U.S. in however many years or whatever. It was in the news for like, I don't know, 2 days, 3?
Yeah, not long.
Maybe?
Not long at all.
That was it, bro.
Yeah. Wasn't there like a concert going on too at the same time?
It was a Jason Aldean concert. That's who got shot the fuck up.
Yeah, Jason Aldean concert. So it's like,
besides those people that died, the only other person known to have been shot or dead is the shooter who allegedly took his own life.
Supposedly, allegedly.
Bro. Yeah.
This is
But January 6th is the worst thing that's ever happened in U.S. soil.
Yeah, please stop.
And we talk about it for years afterwards.
Yeah, stop.
Nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well,
and again, this has nothing to do with politics, bro. I don't really give a fuck what side of the alley you're on. I'm like, what about this sounds correct to you?
Yeah, just listen to this.
You tell me.
This doesn't sound right at all.
No,
but
bro.
I don't know if you've seen it or not, but if you haven't, you need to watch it. The new Splinter Cell on Netflix.
Yes.
You need to watch that.
Yes.
Especially after what we just talked about. You need to watch that. Very interesting.
Yeah, bro. But then, so you hear that, and then you hear, years later, whatever, last week, oh yeah, Delta hit Caracas in the heart of a foreign country, their capital, in a fortress, and was in and out with the president of their country in less than 2 hours. Yo, bro. Yeah. I know, bro. Listen, the earth is flat. We've never been to the moon.
There you go.
There's plastic in the grass, all that stuff, bro.
Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I'm like, I'm usually not crazy. I was just early. I was just early. I'm like, this doesn't sound plausible whatsoever.
Yeah, bro.
Even the initial story doesn't sound plausible. 9/11 didn't sound plausible right afterwards. It's like, y'all believe this? All right, man.
Yeah.
All right.
I know, bro.
Okay.
And again, this is where people are like, "Oh, you're a fucking right wing." I was like, "No, I'm actually not, bro. Like, I don't believe any of them motherfuckers. How about that?" I remember we had that conversation, like, "Oh, black lives, blue lives, all lives." I'm like, "No, fuck that. Not everybody deserves to live. Some of these motherfuckers don't. Some people are pieces of shit, and I don't give a fuck." Yeah, bro.
No, I look at it. Two sides of the same coin. Like, it's still the same coin.
Yeah, bro. Wow. Yeah. All right, moving on to our normal topics. We were laughing about this, but adjustable bed frames. Now, we have to keep it PC, BJ, for YouTube. But, one, I don't know if this exists in the market. If it doesn't, it should.
It should.
And we were laughing because everyone's different body type. You need leverage, the angles, like shit's, And I'm laughing because I'm envisioning, like, you just got to measure whomever your partner is. You got to let me just get your
who's your partner is,
what's your knee to hip ratio?
Exactly. You got, you got short femurs, long femurs, structurally what position are we trying to accomplish here? Because what are we trying to if you can adjust the bed, So, and not even necessarily just for that, right? But sometimes it's like, hey man, my legs hurt.
My knee.
My knee. You know what I mean?
There you go. I had a knee replacement. If I could make it higher, lower.
Higher, lower. It's like, bro, I can bend my knee for fucking 6 months. I need help.
I do know physical therapists. They have this, but bro, that ain't a bed. That's like a little fucking massage table size thing. That ain't
no. But if they had that type of adjustment for your bed, I think it'd be
for a king size bed with a memory foam mattress on that bed, bro.
Phenomenal, bro. I just switched out my mattress from my I bummed out the bed, right? So went to a bigger king and went to a different mattress, and I was like, let me try this hybrid thing, right, bro? Not realizing the bed I had before, again, this is how we got onto this conversation, was the legs of the frame are a little higher than the frame I had before. So I'm used to, what I got going on from before.
Yeah.
So I was like, when I ordered the bed, I ordered everything the same way I usually had it. Not realizing that the box spring is a certain thing, right? But then also the legs. And then I was like, oh, 14 inch mattress. Yeah, I mean, great, bro. I needed one of them little dog steps. They had it for people. I need one of the little dog steps to get up in that bed. I was almost like, you had to jump up on the bed. I was like, nah, this can't. So I just had to swap it out for another one.
Well, hold on. I wish you would have told. You can get like a low, I call it low vis. You can get a smaller box. You can get like a 2-inch box frame, like steel, so you can drop down the mattress. So you don't have to adjust any of it. You can adjust the box frame. Yeah. So instead of having a 6-8 inch box frame, which is whatever, you can get like a 2-3 inch.
Probably could have.
And it's still a box frame. It's just it's steel, bro. Like
but now
you should be fine.
Now I got the normal box spring. I adjusted my the newer bed just for just straight memory foam, and a little because I need a little bit more firm, whatever. But I'm like, so the options were 8-inch, 12-inch. I'm like, definitely don't need the 12-inch fucking mattress. I'm like, I'm like, shit. I need to be able to. I need bro. It's like sitting on a bar stool. You hang your feet off and just, kicking your legs off the end of the thing like this. I'm like, bro, I'm like, I can't.
So looking like a little kindergartner, bro.
Exactly. But, it's all fun and games until you go to, have a little adult time at the end of the evening or whatever. You're like, I need something to stand on. I gotta go let me go put my Timbs on real quick so I can get some.
Bro, were you trying to balance your big toe on the frame of the bed? You know what I'm talking about, bro. Catch a cramp in the arch of your foot, bro. I
know y'all know what I'm talking about. To the fellas, the ladies might not understand what's happening. I was like, but the fellas definitely understand what's happening, what we're talking about.
When you watch certain videos and you're like, why is that man wearing tennis shoes? It's like, I understand. I understand. Slide all over the place, catching cramps.
What was all thing? Walk the sheets.
Walking the sheets. We started over there. How we end up over here?
Sometimes you gotta walk the sheets.
Oh shit, bro. BJ, why are you laughing so hard about catching your toes on the frame of the bed, bro?
I'm telling you, just need a little bit of leverage, right?
I just need a grip, bro.
About to catch a cramp and a heart attack, bro.
Oh, shit, bro. Damn right.
Oh my God. It's like, hold on a second.
All right, bro. You sweating, bro. Bro, you had to turn the fan on.
I did. Bro, it's made me hot, bro. I had to turn the fan on.
You laughing, bro. Oh, shit, bro.
So it made me sweat. Made me sweat. Have a little flashbacks, bro.
Oh, fuck.
Gatorade salt tablets and the stretch out there.
Yeah, bro. Oh, bro, I love it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
all right, bro. Next topic. Moving on. The things you've been through made you the man you are.
Yeah, man. It's I listened to this quote the other day, and I'm gonna try not to get emotional about it. But
oh shit.
Especially at this stage of the game. As we progress through life, right? We've all been through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got their own suffering comes for us all. A lot of negative shit comes for us all. Everybody's got their, it comes for nobody's immune to negative shit or trials and tribulations, right? I was listening to, I don't know if it was a reel or a clip or a podcast, but the quote was, he was talking about, when people say this, the things I've been through make me the man I am. And the rebuttal to that, and what I was thinking about, it's like, nah, I don't think so. I think and this is where I was getting a little bit emotional about it, because it was making me like, not angry, but like frustrated, right? And it's like, nah, it's the man I am is the reason why I've made it through the things that I've been through, right? And I'm like, I just don't know that if other people have been through my shit, I was like, I feel like some people probably would have jumped off a fucking building. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't think, and then it's like, and a lot of it too, because we were talking about this the other day about suffering in silence, right? It's like, I don't believe you get a badge of, it's not a badge of honor to talk about, I can about what you can endure, right? It's like the goal is to not endure anything, but of course it's going to come. We're all going to have to at some point. but it's not a competition of like, I can endure this, I can endure this. I don't want to have to endure shit. If I can help it, it's not the goal. I'm not seeking out things to endure so I can say I'm strong. It doesn't work like that in the sense of like, when you work out, obviously strength comes from struggle, right? Time and attention, you build up over time, but that's different in the sense of we're seeking that out to build your physical body, right? But in life, this is the way I look at it. If I can lift, 450 on the bench or 500 on the bench or deadlift 700 pounds, it's like, okay, if I can handle this, then I can build up to this, and I can handle all the other shit. And that's kind of how I've lived my life, and why I was getting emotional about it, because I'm just like, man, at some point, I was like, I'm tired of fucking having to go through shit. I don't want to go through shit. Like, at what point does this get old? At what point does this translate or transfer over into um, a place where it's like I'm not dealing with something, right? I'm 39, right? I had my first surgery at 17. I was like, at this point, I've been in pain. I've been injured, technically, especially with this knee thing. I've been in pain since for more than half my life. And I'm like, so it's almost like when it is going right and my body is feeling good, it's almost like I'm not struggling with something, I'm not doing something, and my body feels good, right? It's almost like I don't, that seems backwards to me a little bit.
Yeah.
Like that's not the goal. That's not the goal whatsoever. And it's like I don't want difficulty or pain and that kind of shit to be the norm, right? It's like because I know that I was getting a tattoo the other day, and I was asking the tattoo artist, and I was there with there were some friends, whatever, and I was like, hey, you got this is a relatively small tattoo. I was like, you got the cream, whatever. They're like, it's not a whole piece, it's just what I was like, listen, guys, I don't know what you guys don't get about this. I don't want to be in pain. I don't want to feel pain. What is wrong with that? Yes, I want the cream. I don't give a fuck if it was a circle, a period tattoo on the side of my fucking hand. I don't want to feel pain. I don't get what's so crazy about the idea of that. You know what I mean?
I do, and I can tell you in tattoo culture, there is a concept you have to earn the tattoo.
Yeah, fuck that.
Experience the pain, and flip side, they call it tattoo therapy, which I do agree with actually, because it is pain. So endorphins, right? There is a feeling after you get one. It's a thing. But I hear what you're saying. Let me just back up a little bit. Two things. Good friend of mine. Someone you know.
Your other friends. Go ahead.
One of my other friends. You know who he is. He's the one that had his date with somebody he met a month ago. Yeah. To a wedding.
Yeah.
You know what I was talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
A few years ago, me and another buddy were like, just checking in, how you doing, whatever. He goes, well, I'm sleeping well. I'm not going out. I'm not banging whores. I'm working out all the time. I think I'm depressed.
What?
True story, bro. I laugh about that. Like, I don't know. Every couple months, it pops in my head. I'm like, bro, that's the wildest thing. But to your point, maybe, right? Life is going so well, something must be wrong.
Exactly.
Second thing, I know I do it all the time, and I'm sorry. People just forgive me, but I think it was on Rogan. But they were talking about comedians and how the best comedians or most comedians they know have fucked up childhoods, fucked up lives, shit, fucked up, whatever it means, abused, no parents, whatever it is, whatever their situation is, it's not what you would deem normal, like a loving mother and father, a happy childhood, great memories, didn't struggle with food or what, you know what I mean? Like whatever it is, whatever that means to you, and how those make the best comedians. Yeah. And I believe it was Rogan. So forgive me, this was years ago, but he goes, which makes no sense. He goes, because I have children. I don't want them to have a fucked up childhood.
No.
So, I'll speak for me. It's hard for me. My parents are still alive, and I believe they did the best they could, but it wasn't ideal. And I think they know that. All I've ever wanted is for my children to grow up happy, healthy, and never want for anything. What I mean by that, not in a spoiled sense, but food, clothes, warm house, feel safety, feel safe, secure, that kind of shit. Like you're loved, parents love you, they're proud of you, that kind of shit, right? That's all I've ever wanted. But it's almost like unless you have struggled unless you have a story where you're like, oh, I grew up from nothing. Well, me in the trailer park and I didn't eat all the time, whatever it is. It's almost like, I grew up happy and my parents loved me. And I don't have any of the trauma that you're talking about. It's almost like you get dismissed.
Yeah.
Well, you're not interested. Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why? That's all I want I want my kids to grow up and be like, well, my son has done it ish. Ish. But because he's in the Marines and he meets people from all walks of life, and every now and then he goes, God damn, Dad, people have lived some fucked up life. Dude, gunshot scars, stab wounds from either violent shit on this or from their own parents. People his age, he's 20. But even when he was 19, he goes, I got people in here that are my age that have 3-4 kids.
Crazy.
He goes, shit is wild, man.
It's wild. Oh, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and he goes, thank you. I'm understanding. Because, when he was growing up, he's like, oh, this place is a hellhole. I hate it. I can't ever have nothing. I can't ever do nothing. It's like, son, my God. You know what I mean? Because now he talks to some of his friends that didn't grow up that way. And he's like, I had a memory foam mattress. I had my own room, my own TV. I had a gaming computer. I had my own car. I'm very well versed in what Wagyu steak tastes like. And for his 20th, he bought himself a bottle of Macallan 12 and had a cigar to the point that even his sergeants are like, why do you know about that? He goes, my dad. He goes, see, I could tell when y'all motherfuckers had dads and with those of y'all that didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, not to get lit up and hammered, but he, for his 20th birthday, he's in another country. He had a couple Macallans with a big ice cube and a nice cigar, and he hung out.
Yeah.
Like a gentleman.
Yeah, as you should. That's the goal.
As one should. He wasn't getting lit off of warm natty ice, smoking fucking menthol 100s, or whatever the fuck.
No 211 reserves and 4 locals.
Some fucking, what are they? The Black and Mild wine tip, bro. Wood tip, bro, or even worse, the backwoods, bro. Bro, who has ever bought a backwood and smoked it and not broken it up and cleared it out, bro? Who's smoking that like a real cigar? Stop it.
Oh, that's crazy. That's disgusting.
I just like Switzer Sweets. Shut up, bitch.
Stop, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Stop it.
Nobody
right
likes those. Get out of here.
Nobody's smoking that for the tobacco in it. Let's phrase it that way.
The fuck out of here. Nah, nobody's
fuck out of here, bro.
Nobody's saying that.
Yeah.
Nah, man, but I'm saying, but she was making me like, I was getting emotional thinking about it because I was like, and we'll talk about this too. I was like, as a man, I know you're not allowed to be emotional, but I actually had a good cry, bro. Had a good cry because it was just like a lot of just like just releases some frustration about things in life, whatever. And I was actually having a conversation about this, and I was like, I'm 39 now. In the course of my life, I think the last 5 years or so ago, I was like, if I could maybe go back and just get rid of that, I was like, I probably would. They're like, why?
The last 5 years?
Yeah. They're like, you accomplished so much. I was like, I don't think I was like, I know it seems that way from the outside in. I was like, because I just wasn't talking about it. I was like, but I experienced a lot of pain in those 5 years. Like, I don't want to have that. And I don't want those to be, now again, I accomplished a lot of things, but, hey, don't get me wrong, don't let me sit here and be like, it's, some dismal time in my life. I experienced a lot of good things or whatever. And overall was,
I know what you're talking about, but
still probably good, right? But I was like, but I don't want that to be my, the defining story of who I am, or
that's
the
interesting.
catalyst of who I'm trying to become. I don't want that. I don't want those things to be that, right? Because um I don't want to make moves out of spite or do things because I'm angry, right? I was like, because at the end of the day, like we talked about the other day, it's like the best revenge, if you will, is go be happy. Go be happy, right?
Yeah.
But that's I know people say, it's just go be happy. I was like, yeah, but that's different for everybody. And what does that mean? And once you get it, like so it's taken some growth and some therapy sessions to kind of like get through that and talk about it and kind of work it out for myself. But I was like, I was like, there's time frames, there's things, there's people, there's situations that I would obviously hold on to for sure, right? But at the same time, I was like, if I could choose, I was like, I think I had to back off that and be like, nah, I'd like to redo that, do that again, you know?
42 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So not that I have the wisdom of 80, 90-year-old or anything like that, but I am, we talk about these things. I'm a little different in the sense that I'm like, I always tell people I just process very fast. And it's true. Sometimes it's just a leap of faith. What I've come to understand is, at least relationally, it doesn't have to be that hard.
Yeah.
Meaning, I like you, you like me, we get along. You can just see where it goes. I'm not. Hold on, I'm trying to think because I don't want to get into the whole thing, but I'm not saying you got to jump in and be like, all right, we're married, we're having kids, and this is. I'm not saying that per se, but it's like, really, men our age and younger, and women younger. Women our age don't really think this way, but the younger women do. It's like they feel like there's going to be this whole process, this testing, and this time. I'm gonna try to give examples. I've known married couples who were married 50 plus years, who got married within 2 to 3 months of meeting. And that's what it was.
Yeah.
I also know married couples who have been married 50 years. Well, let me back. Hold on. 20 years. Sorry, 20. They're not that old. They're a little older than me. They're not that old.
Yeah.
20 years that the male pursued his wife for 3 years and asked her to marry him multiple times over the course of 3 years. And she said no. But it still works.
Yeah.
That story to me, I'm like, nah. You tell me no? Hell no. And listen, it wasn't like, hey, we should get married. No, it was like displays of, I want to marry you. No. In front of other people, friends, family, witnesses, and he kept going. I guess there's a lot to be said for that. Like I said, they've been married over 20 years. Whatever. They have kids. They have the whole thing. But when I learned that, I was like, bro, there ain't no motherfucking way. Hell no. And also, to me, it's like this. There had to be something in you to think that she would say yes. Otherwise, you're fucking crazy. In my opinion, the dudes who are like going through a breakup or just trying to keep her or whatever, and they spring it, and she's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
So that's one version. The other version is you thought she was going to say yes, I assume, and then she says no in front of your friends and family. Not just once. Once would have been enough for me.
Yes.
Multiple times over the course of 3 years. And then I asked her, what made you finally say yes? She goes, he just wore me down.
No.
20 years though, with kids. Listen, I don't know. I'm not behind the door when they're alone. I don't know what that looks like. They got 3 kids. I don't know. So all I'm saying is, to me, it's like, it doesn't have to be that hard.
No, it's not.
Also, I think you and I talked about this years ago, maybe 10 plus years ago. It's, what do they call it? Holding on to one vine while you're reaching for the next, kind of a thing. Relationship, why are you still trying to hold on to this relationship, but you're actually pursuing this other one? That kind of a thing.
Yep.
And it, that's not a good look, right?
Not a good look at all.
But men do that. Women do it too. We all do it.
Yeah.
But it's like, why? Let it go.
Yeah, I'm sure there's different.
If it ain't working, it ain't working.
Yeah. No. what's the term? Let go or be dragged.
Ooh, yeah. See, I like that.
No.
So anyway, I say all that in essence to your point. I don't know how I feel, bro. I don't know if it's the experiences that make you the man you are, or you're the man you are because of how you got through the experiences. Valid point. I think it's two sides of the same coin. If you ask me, I have to ponder that a little bit more than 45 minutes.
All that matters is that you got through. That's what matters.
You did get through, right? You did get through. Why and how? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a good question, bro.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I don't know how. I don't know where I lean on it. I hear what you're saying. I understand.
You're right. It took me a little bit to process that and think on that a little bit deeper. I was like, yeah, I don't. Yeah, it took me a while to come to the other end of that coin on that conclusion because it's like no, I got to give myself credit. It's like if I'm not who I am as a man, as a human being, like I don't get through that. It's kind of what's the thing, the term, situation comes like this would have bested a lesser man kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because you've seen it, and that's why I feel like it's like there's other people have gone up against this and failed. So I'm like, I've gone up against this and I did not fail. I continued to move forward. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah. But also to your point, most men suffer in silence and nobody gives trophies for winning.
There's no trophies for how much
in life, anyway.
Yeah, that's not a badge of honor. Like I endured the most pain, bro. That's not the goal.
Well, what was it? Dave Chappelle. He's talking about 50 Cents getting shot 9 times. Yeah. He just can't duck. I ain't gonna say the whole thing, bro. It ain't that show.
It's not a good sign, bro. I don't. Like you said,
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to be in pain. I don't. I wish it was easy. I wish I had the right answers all the time. I wish I knew what to say every time. I wish I knew the right move to make. I wish, but yeah. All
right.
Yeah.
I like it, buddy. Yeah. Anything else?
You remind me of something. When talking about Alec, and I that's why I was writing down. I heard this the other day, and I think it's very profound. They were talking about, there's a group of men that they're talking about smoking and joking, but they're talking about how they have a different perception of their father as they've gotten older, right? And then one guy says, he's like, men, we experience our fathers like time capsules, right? He's like, we have a certain relationship with them when we're young. He's like, you view your father differently at 10 versus 15 versus 20 versus 25 versus 30 versus 40, 50 years old. Like you have a different view of your father at that stage of the game because it's like as you get older you start to understand. You're like,
I get it
now. Now. It's like my dad wasn't being hard on me because he hated me. He was preparing me for the world. He was preparing me for things I was going to come up against. And as in most parents, I think as it takes time and life experience to gain this perspective. But like you said, our parents are just doing the best they can. They can. The same way we're just doing the best we fucking can at this stage of life. Nobody knows how to get I don't know how to get through year 40. I ain't never been there before. So I figured out to get there. I was like, once I get to 41, I'll tell you how that went. And then I'll have some perspective on it. But me trying to get through the next day, I don't know what's gonna
come. Yes, that's some adult level shit. Realizing your parents are human beings and they don't know shit.
Yeah.
I had Alec at 21. I don't recommend. Not because I don't love my son.
Yeah.
Love him to death. And baby girl followed 2 years later. I would, bro. I love them. Again, it's not, oh yeah, you love your kids. Well, you want a cookie? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But thinking, I'm like, bro, I had no fucking clue what I was doing. That's when I realized, damn, all this animosity I had towards my parents. They're dealing with their own shit while also trying to raise kids who need you 100% of the time. Wild, right?
That's crazy.
I think Denzel Washington, there's many roles, and I don't remember which role this was, but he's portraying a father taking in his son or whatever, teenage son. And he's like, he basically was outlining, you got all these chores you got to do. He's like, what do you do around here? He goes, I ain't got to do shit. I pay the bills. I put food on the table, clothes on your back. That's it.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm not trying to be hard on you, son. I don't hate you. I love you. I'm trying to teach you how to be a man. And life ain't fair. So I'm summarizing.
Yeah.
But bro, and that's where, to your point, I'm in my 40s now, and I watch it. I mean, we did it last when I was talking about the Avatar, which YouTube tried to fucking pull off the goddamn thing because I was talking about the suicide thing, which I was like, this is a movie review. Anyway, whatever. It's up. It's fine. But like certain moments, and I'm like, I'm crying in a fucking movie theater because I'm like, I understand.
I get it. I get it. Right. As I get older, you know what sets it in for me sometimes is my uncle, who's, people don't know, that's basically my father, right?
Also a giant human being.
Yeah. He, like myself, people be like, you don't talk about it. You don't do it. I was like, well, I get that from him. He's very stoic. And he's a man of very few words. He's very efficient speaker.
But he gets his shit done.
Exactly. But when he speaks, it requires you to listen a little bit more because he doesn't just throw out frivolous, bullshit, right? And he always has like these sayings when I was coming up, and I was like, I don't understand what you're talking about. And one of the ones that, like my first experience with the kind of like time capsule thing, I've probably said this before. He would tell me when I was younger, obviously I was playing sports or whatever. He's like, you ain't hungry, and you ain't never been hungry a day in your life. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I eat a lot. Hungry. As a matter of fact,
I'm hungry right now.
Right now. It's like, I'm hungry right now. What's for dinner?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
but I didn't understand. Yeah. Obviously, I was like 14. I had no context of what he was talking about or anything like that.
Yeah.
As I've gotten older, I'm like, he's talking about a different kind of hunger.
Bro.
I get it. I was like, I get it now. And I was like, and at that point in time, I was like, he was right.
Yeah.
Basically, he's basically, kind of saying like, your mom is too soft on you. You need to grind, you need to whatever. And I'm like,
you never wanted for anything.
Never wanted for it. It's like you never wanted for anything.
Basic needs. Again, I keep saying that basic needs. I'm not saying like, I want a Gucci bag or whatever. It's not like that.
Yeah, I obviously was, let my parents tell I was the most spoiled child ever. But I have a different perspective from.
I can see that.
Right.
I can see that. You had green cake every year.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And he was right. I was like, I think my first time ever like being hungry, like I wanted something, probably wasn't until I was an adult. I was like,
yeah. So that is something I have always struggled with is when do you teach these lessons? Because it's like you have this wealth of knowledge or whatever. You have this you have a bunch of experiences and you want to pour this into your children. And I've always told mine, like, I want you to be better than me. And I thought this was normal. I did think this, parents don't really feel that way, bro.
Let me jump in real quick.
There's some animosity and jealousy.
Let me jump in real quick. I don't want to sidetrack you, but you just reminded me of something. I heard this shit the other day. Guy was saying, he's like, your father is the only man on the planet that wants to see you doing better than him.
Should be, yes.
The only man on the planet who at his core wants to see you better than him. The only one. I was like,
yeah.
I can't even knock that. I was like, I can't even.
Well, you hope so, right? Because I've been exposed to things where I'm like, that's not, your thinking is fucked up. You see parents get jealous of their kids. That's wild. Anyway, I can only speak for me. I have always wanted, I was like, I want you to not have to learn the way I learned because I have talked about it before. I learned the hardest way possible multiple times over until I'm like, all right, I fucking got it. And I'm like, I'm trying to help you and I want you to have this knowledge and these, you can't give them experiences, but you try to at least pump the knowledge in and be like, life doesn't have to be as hard as it was for me. It doesn't. I want you to be set up to fucking launch. to do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy, whatever. But it ties into, I'm giving lessons, when Alec was, 12, 13, 14, way too young. And he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He's crying. He's like, why are you saying these things to me? But now he's 20. He's like, I understand. Yeah. I still don't think you should have told me that at 12, but I understand what you mean now.
He's like, son, I didn't know when the best time was going to be to tell you.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know if I ever have this situation again. Let me tell you now. No. Yeah. I'd venture to say the earlier the better. I mean, because again, there's lots of things where it's like, I never want, and I'm sure you have the same sentiment, right? It's like you never want, like kind of like when we go through FTL. I remember, it's major hander now, right?
Yeah.
I remember great FTL. I remember her saying to me, she's like, I never want the first time you go to certain calls or handle things on your own. She's like, I never want the first, I never want the first time to be when you're by yourself. I want to give you all the tools ahead of time. At least at a minimum, you've experienced it at least once or twice before you get out there on your own, right? And I think I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds, and I still call her Mama Bear to this day, 39 years old. I was like, Mama Bear, what's going on? And we still have that same relationship of like, student, teacher of like.
It's major Mama Bear to you,
exactly,
sir.
As you were, man.
As you were, ma'am.
As you were. But I'm like, all right, but the older I got now, but even I was, we were what, 20, I was 24, 25?
That was 28, so whatever.
We're not a little bit life experience, but not like,
no.
Not the same kind of context that she was trying to give.
No.
And understand why, I'm like, I get it. I understand now. I understand I understand it now. I got it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you're posted up in the bed with the AR fixed on the door because you don't know who's coming in.
Yeah.
You better knock twice, motherfucker.
That's my fault.
My bad. Oh, shit, bro. All right, brother. That was a good one. Don't go anywhere.